Hey guys, if your culture sucks, do core values reviews, and I'll talk about that in this video.
You play to win the game. Hello?
You will not win because I will not lose. Can't be touched.
Culture is something that we talk about constantly in my shop. We never stop talking about it. It's just a thing. Like if you walked into my shop right now, you'd hear the word like culture like 27 times a day. And I don't know why. It's just something that's very, very important to us. So we worked really hard on culture and defining that and what that meant. And one of the key, if I could say key 72 times, that's what I'd say. One of the key things we've done to create our culture. I don't know. I think about that and I think, man, there's like 72 key things. I say key 72 times and I say, man, there's probably like literally 72 keys. But the one we're gonna talk about in this video is core values. So we spent a ton of time. I bought this shop about 3 years ago, a little bit over 3 years ago. Right when I walked in, I said, man, I want to know the culture. What do we do good? What do we do bad? What are the behaviors that just naturally show up within this building, right? So we really worked at that, and we developed 5 core values. One of the things we did with those core values, most people want to like take core values and they like make a sign and they like put it on the wall and it says like, here's our core values. And then it like, does the like collect dust thing. And then you take it off the wall because no one gives a shit about it. And I was not down with that. I said, no. Core values are going to shape our culture. Our culture is going to be awesome. Everyone's going to want to work here, right? We're going to when the parts suppliers walk in and deliver us our parts, they're going to be like, something's going on in here and it's different, right? That was like my vision and my mission for this. We really worked hard at these core values. So we created them, and I'll post them. You can have them. We took something where we took each core value and there was a applied. So one of our core values is egoless teamwork, right? So we took egoless teamwork and said, here's the things we want to see. If we were to say this is what we want to see for egoless teamwork. We listed like, I don't know, there's probably 6 or 7 bullet points in there. Like there's very short. And then we said, here's like under-applied or over-applied. Right, here's some things that we would say you're missing it by not doing enough or you're overdoing it, which is also a possibility you can overdo it. And I'll happily post this. We have and this is the point of this video. We have every 3 months, right? And we have essentially 13 employees. Every 3 months, we sit down with every employee in the building, me included. Now, every one of my employees reviews me in a morning meeting, right? I leave the room and they do a review of me. But we review core values, and it's a behavioral review. So we take the last 3 months, we write a review. It's very short, it's very brief, it's not super detailed. We get each employee individually in a room, me and the manager, just the manager by himself, with another employee, and we go over each individual core value for no more than 20 minutes, but we go over the 5, we score it. And we say, in the egoless teamwork, Jim, right? You were terrible, and you for all sorts of reasons, and I won't get into the specifics of it. And as a side note, Jim is like the poster child for like egoless teamwork. If we said, do what Jim does because he does egoless teamwork perfectly. So if you're listening to this, Jim, or if you're watching it, I love you, buddy. We all know you're the best, right? But we would say to him like, you scored a 4 out of 5 in this because here's the behaviors that we saw, right? And we did this honestly, like brutally honest. And we would come out of these reviews, man. We've had, and I've done many of these at this point. We've had grown men, like some of the toughest SOBs you're ever gonna see, crying because we're just heaping praise on them, right? We walked in and these guys were assholes. And a year later, they're literally sitting in a room crying because we're like, you've come so far. This is a true. So what do we do with this? So we also tie a $500 bonus to this. So every quarter, every single person in the building, depending on what they score, they will get a $500 bonus. So basically, the thing we say all the time is you get $2,000 to not be a dick. That's essentially what we're looking for. I mean, our 5 core values are not they're not like overwhelming things to like obtain. They're really just show up and not behave like a dick, right? And our guys love it. And it shapes so much of our culture because here's what we don't have. We don't have dicks. We just don't have one in the building. We have a bunch of guys who want to behave the same way as the next guy because they want to fit in and they want to be part of something great. And that's just been amazing. Byproduct of this is a true story, and this is one of the things I love about owning a shop. This is one of the things I love about working with people, like building a team. I've had multiple at this point. I've had multiple wives of guys who have been in this industry for years and years and years call me, send me letters, and say, "What are you guys doing? Because so-and-so is a different human." Right? Every single night, Joe, and I'm just making that name up, I won't use actual names, Joe used to come home and he was miserable. He didn't want to talk. He wasn't happy. You know, it was like work had just sucked the life out of him. What are you doing different? And we were like, I know, I'm sitting here like, what am I doing different? I'm holding people accountable to their behavior and saying, you can't be a dick here. And like, here's the guidelines for really fitting in. And when you didn't fit in or you don't fit in, we fire people. Right? So that's one of the biggest ways we've been able to shape our culture. And our culture is truly unique, and everyone says that, and I don't want to go into that, but it's different. And we do have part servers all the time who are coming here and they're like, this place is cool. I like this place. So do core values reviews. I'd love to help you guys build that out. I'll post all of my stuff. I'll post the review that we use. I'll post the guidelines that we use. I'll be happy to post that out. Reach out to me. Love to help you guys.